Hey everyone, Jeff here, and today I want to continue talking to you about things you can do to lower your blood pressure. Now, I want to go recap some things we've talked about earlier because it's been a couple weeks. Number one, if you haven't already gotten vitamin K2, MK7, or done your research on it, I would encourage you to do so. Remember, vitamin K2, MK7, it basically tells calcium where to go. It tells it to go to your bones instead of your blood vessels. Magnesium. You can't beat magnesium. Magnesium helps break down calcium. The other thing magnesium does, it helps protect mitochondrial health. And we're going to talk more about that as we go through this health series because mitochondrial health may be the key to long-term good health. Right? We talked about detox, right? And detox through basically sweat. Did a lot of that last week in this heat, right? And then, chlorella, right? If you haven't done your research on chlorella, I encourage you to do that, as well as oral calcium disodium EDTA. Now, with that said, all right, today we're going to talk about another supplement. And when I say supplement, you can either do the supplement or you can create this yourself, all right, naturally. And it is CoQ10, all right? Now, CoQ10 is a coenzyme that helps basically create energy in the body, right? And it's very, very important. CoQ10, or as it's broken down into ubiquinol, all right? So with that said, let's just talk about this important coenzyme, all right? First of all, like I said, we talked about mitochondria. It protects you from mitochondrial oxidation, all right? I can tell you, the more I read on mitochondrial health, the more I understand that protecting the mitochondria in the cell is the most important thing you can do to fend off not only heart disease, but in particular, a lot of cancers as well. This CoQ10 prevents atherosclerosis. We were talking about hardening of the arteries, all right, because it prevents the oxidation of LDL. So once again, lower your blood pressure. We want to protect those arteries from becoming hard. This is another thing that helps with that process, all right? Now, the other thing, all right, if by chance you're on statin drugs, I hope your cardiologist has told you or your doctor's told you to make sure you take a CoQ10 supplement, right? Because statin drugs deplete the body of CoQ10, right? And when that happens, it actually will increase your risk for heart disease and also increase your risk for type 2 diabetes. Once again, don't take my word for this. Go do your research and see what I say is true, all right? Now, the other thing, all right, we want to talk about increasing CoQ10, all right? How do you increase CoQ10 naturally? Well, it's not hard. Number one, you got to have green leafy vegetables in your diet. Lots of green leafy vegetables in your diet. Spinach, kale, things of that nature, right? The next thing is you need sun exposure, all right? And once again, what I will tell you is, don't get me wrong, too much sun exposure can increase the potential for skin cancer. However, a lot of us today, we lather on so much sunscreen all the time that we deplete ourselves of vitamin D, and then also it doesn't help with other chemical reactions we need in the body. You need some sun exposure, all right? So like I said, don't just totally go all out on sunscreen. You need to get out and get some suns. When you wear sunscreen, it totally eliminates the sun exposure, and it does. It lowers your vitamin D and other health benefits we get from the sun, all right? Now, other thing you need for this is you need to eat fatty foods. We talked about how important to get fat in your diet, all right? So you want to get things in your diet like olive oil, coconut oil, and avocado. Those are all great fats and great to help increase CoQ10 production or ubiquinol production. Now, the other thing is supplement All right. If you choose to use a supplement to get your CoQ10 or ubiquinol, they recommend somewhere around 200 to 600 milligrams per day. For the normal healthy person, 200 milligrams is good. If you're an athlete, you probably want to go up to around the 400 range. The recommendation for individuals with heart problems, active heart problems, is somewhere around 400 to 600 milligrams per day. So with that said, all right, the only other thing I didn't want to talk about is if you're under 30, you can take the CoQ10 supplement and you're probably going to be okay. However, if you are over the age of 30, it would probably be better to not get the CoQ10 and go straight for the ubiquinol, because it is more easily used by the body when you're over 30, all right? So I hope this helps. I'm a firm believer that everyone needs to make sure they're getting adequate CoQ10 into their system, and whether it be naturally or whether it be by supplement, you need to make sure you're getting adequate levels, because it's great for optimal health. Now, once again, as I always tell you, all right, I'm giving you information. I want you to check me out, all right? Don't take my word for it. You check out what I'm telling you, because remember, all right, as I always say, you are the best advocate for your health, all right? Do your own research. Find what you discover. Use what you find.